Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly indices forecast. So, first is DAX. Last time we said about possible breakout here and continuation for possible retracement to this trend line, or still after making short 1 to 3 we can have moved to this support zone or even lower to the next area which we marked here. So as you can see, we had the situation that price didn't continue to go up but just broke this line here because later on we had to adjust this, okay, and then continue to go down, stopped around the support and still went down. So we had this opportunity here. If we look for some setups, there was on the 15-minute chart, short 1 to 3. Of course, there was a lot of on the Renko charts. As we had this setup, entry, stop loss. This was our target. And target should be good enough because it was almost 2 to 1, but our potential was still there. So we can easily look for this. So now what we have on DAX, let me just delete all old lines and let's go to weekly time frame. So we see that it's still pushing down. Right now we are below the 36 EMA. We have still this area of support where price is right now. This is the lowest point which we draw on the weekly chart. So of course price might react here or will get continuation. The price still, will go down and will maybe try to retest even, this support area here. We go to daily time frame. Price is, let me just delete this, delete that. It's going down. This is the previous resistance level. Okay, so now, or we will get again smaller retracements like we had to the 12, and then price will continue to go down, or we'll get bigger retracement to this zone and price will again continue to go down. Right now, pressure for me is to sell. You see that we have this area as a last support. We can also draw that as a next area of potential support. Then of course on the weekly we are far away, so we can check something on the daily in between, and in between on the daily chart we will get this area. Okay, so we have all the levels where price might to react. Now what we have on the 4-hour chart, we have this trend line, we have of course NFP. So now the situation is that if price breaks this trend line, will continue. This is the goal, that the resistance plus the trend line. If price decide to bounce, we can look for short scenarios, but we have this trend line here, so ideally we won't like to look for breakout of this trend line, and then of course we want to target not exactly that, but this. So maybe we'll not get enough room. Still, everything is for intraday trading for now. There is nothing for swing traders. So I would prefer to wait clearly for that or for this. Then at least we'll get direction, because price can easily break this support and still continue. It's not a problem. Right now, if we are very aggressive around this zone, because this is area of the resistance for us, active resistance level together with the trend line, we can look for short entries very aggressively on the lower time frames, like 5 minute or 1 minute, target 36 or this trend line. Okay. So this is possible, but we really have to go, right now we see price just went up. So if price will struggle, will give us setup below like a lower high, this will be our opportunity to jump in. But we have to, of course, whenever we get any setups, stop loss above this previous stop. Yes, and then you have to manage this quite fast and aggressively, because we don't know if price just makes smaller retracement and then will continue to go up, or will create deeper retracement, stay here, and then we'll get breakout. NASDAQ, last time we said about the long scenarios here to make continuation to the resistance, or short scenarios and target the support zone. So as you can see, we had a bounce on this here. Yes, we had this long 1 to 3, but price haven't. After that, this was not time to jump into the trade. Time to enter the trade was somewhere around this zone. So we see that after giving us signal, price was in the range already. So we didn't want to jump in. So if we start to see something like that, then we have to switch to higher time frames and see what is going on. And you also see that price was in the range here. So in this case, if we still want to sell, because sell is with the main direction, we change the angle of this trend line. Yes, and then we wait for breakout of the line and we look for short scenarios. Of course, on the lower time frames, because now we don't have much room. So if you look for the 15-minute chart, we have this steep setup on the 15-minute here, entry here, stop loss here. So this was not so perfect. But if you are a day trader, still it's okay. If your target is good, you can always manage your position if necessary. Okay. So we had this, and now what we have on the daily chart, or even maybe on the weekly. Let's see on the weekly. On the weekly, yes, it's still. Let me just delete the lines so it will be easier for us. On the weekly, yes, we see that price again, it's trying to go up. Okay, it's still making for us a long 1, 2, 3. Haven't retested exactly 36 EMA, but as you can see previously, even in the history, we didn't get like exact retracements to the 36 EMA. This is still very strong looking long 1, 2, 3. If price continue to go up, of course, this is our next target. In between, we have, of course, previous stop, which is also a resistance zone here. So now what we can see is that price created form of the wedge, like we are right now in this situation. Okay, we are in this situation. So our price will play around here and then we'll have some breakouts. Okay, or this will be just the reaction, immediately reaction, the price will go straight forward to this level. We will see this. In between, of course, we have this trend line, which is quite strong for NASDAQ right now. If we go to 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart trend line was broken. Of course, NFP, strong momentum, higher high. So what we can do, we can wait for the retracement. We don't have, this is the best line which we have. This I wouldn't treat as a line right now because it's too far away. So this, and now we can wait for the retracement and look for buys. Okay, but because daily chart, you see we are around the 36. It's not so clear. I would be careful with this longs. I mean, just lower your risk because this might be also like false breakout and price will go down again because no, we don't have. For me, there is no confirmation still that price might to go up. But if we have retracement and lower time frames are showing that the momentum is pointing up, retracements target this because maybe 36 doesn't mean much for that, but price will continue to this trend line and then we'll get a reaction at this top. Okay. So now we pay attention for buys. US30. Last time we said about again long here, short here. So we had breakout, as you can see, we had breakout and we had set up to jump in. But like last time I said that we need to be cautious because our support zone was close, yes, to this, at least this which we draw. And we see that price decided to went a little bit lower. So we had this breakout, okay? So again, or you jump in here, but then no, there is not much room. But if you jump in and you say, okay, I will pay attention for that, it's okay. Or you simply switch to lower time frames. Let's see on the 15-minute, and on the 15-minute we had the same like on NASDAQ. So price went lower, not here to our support, yes, which we marked last time. And also haven't reached this support which we marked, so it's just stopped in between. This is also area of support, you see. So we marked some different levels and price decided to react on different levels. Yeah, so right now we have this reaction at this point, and the next level, of course, of the support is still here. Then we have really deep those next levels. The weekly chart is still it's breaking 36, pointing down, so maybe we'll get this deeper move. Now we have the strong reaction. Let me just delete that. So or we get bounced on the 12 and price will push again lower, or we'll get bigger retracement where to the 36, to the area of the resistance together with the trend line, and from those levels we will get bounces and possible continuations. So for our chart, if we pay attention to this trend line, we can draw like that, okay, and it's breaking. We are above the 36 EMA. There is no EMA crossover yet, but it's still okay to look for retracements and long scenarios, okay. But again, keep in mind that all on NASDAQ and US 30 longs are aggressive. This is against the daily chart, and 4-hour chart. We still do not have confirmation that price might retrace. This is just the one candle. It's the beginning. So the question is if it continues or this is just the false and price still continue to drop. Okay. So that's why you need to always be more careful when you trade against the main direction. As long as you have plan and everything, you know the numbers, it's all okay. But if you start with that, pay attention for those details, okay? Because trades against the main directions are always more tricky. Nikkei, we said about the retracements continuation. This happened, and at this point, price never stopped at this support, just broke it, but exactly reacted on the next area of the support which we draw. Yes. Did we have anything on the lower time frames here to jump in? We had this steep. Yes, we had this steep. Oops, sorry. Steep setup here to jump in, and then price continue to go down. Of course, whenever you had retracements, you can look for short scenarios on the lower time frames. Of course, we had to pay attention for that, but you see, price just broke it with the one candle and then slowly. So there was no, reaction. So this is how we have to observe what market is doing. Yes. And here we had breakout, as you can see, and then price reacted. Yeah. So this is also how we can spot if price likes to react or not. So let's see what we have on the weekly chart. Yes, so weekly chart, you see that price right now is spiking on this very strong area of the support. And now question is, spike, another up move, or some smaller retracements, continuations lower. Okay, so we have next level in case if price decide to continue. Right now we have the spike. For now, daily chart is still pointing down. So after retracements, if we get short daily 1 to 3, you can look for short scenarios, target this support. If we look for 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart right now also can give us possible short scenarios, but we have to wait for breakout of this 2 to 3 line, then we can look for short entries. 36, no, we have area of the resistance here. Okay, it's visible on the 4-hour chart. 12, 36 also. So aggressive traders still can jump in this, but this will be very aggressive here. Yes, but scalpers, day traders, yes, it's still, you can try to catch some moves maybe to this area. Okay. If not, you just wait for patiently to develop any moves here and then just draw the extension. And whenever price breaks this line, you look for short scenarios. And the Aussie 200, it's a little bit better right now because it seems that price reached lowest point. This is also strong area of the support of the weekly. Previously, I skipped this indice for some time. Right now, it's a little bit more interested because we reach support. There is our trend line. Right now, we have reaction. So the next goal of possible retracements is the resistance 36 trend line. So now perspective changed a little bit. We have this trend line on the 4-hour chart, which is broken right now. So it's more or less, you see, all are more or less the same because of the NFP. But here price is making higher highs, higher lows. So or you wait for the retracement, we look for buys, we target the resistance, or after trendline breakout, we look for short scenarios and we target previous support. So Aussie right now, it's better than previously. So at least we have something more than last time. Okay, guys, so thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have any questions, you feel free to contact me. Wish you a great weekend and hear you soon. Bye.